I didn't realize how dark of a place I was in because I could separate because I could compartmentalize things. It allowed me to justify it really easy. And because I was good at it, there were things that I didn't look at my skill set and say, oh, I could be using my powers for good versus evil.
Mm.
I just kept moving along, and things, as I opened one door, the things just progressed. It was a way of moving, right, that was instilled in, but I could have still done it differently. But it was just, I was in a music industry. I was in the music business, and that business was uh dark, right? But then I didn't realize it was dark because you're having fun, you're doing your thing. And then when it was the Luke, because Luke was, like I said, it was both, like it was like being in porn and it was like being in the music together at the same time. And so it made the transition easy for me to go from the music to the porn, because I started doing, when I left Sony and went to MCA Records. I was at MCA Records again, this time as an employee. I was only there for about a year, and they got bought by Geffen, and they let half of each staff go. So I was part of the half that got let go. And I had a friend who, he was already doing some shows, and I had done shows before, produced some shows. So we started doing some Betsy Johnson fashion shows and doing a couple things together. And then he had an idea to do the Adult Entertainment Awards. And we did those. We put those awards together. He found somebody who wanted to actually buy the awards, but I didn't want to sell because I didn't have anything else going on. So I bought his half out, and then I produced the awards in 03 and 04. And again, this becomes the natural progression, right? So now I'm chasing the money, doing the awards. I do the awards. They come off great. First year I did them at a nightclub, made money, did them on a Tuesday night. The club made money. I made money. Everybody made some money. I turned around, did them the following year at the Dallas Convention Center. Caught a lot of flack. I had protesters out there. We in the Bible Belt. The thing is social media wasn't as prominent then as it is now. So I didn't have all that much. I didn't have that. But, the mayor was Laura Miller at the time, and she was like, they were on TV saying, oh, we're going to shut it. We're going to have fights there. We're going to do this, that, that, that. Once I did those awards, then the strip clubs came at me, and I was able to go in and be the marketing director and Dallas has three of the largest strip clubs in the state. And I would say outside of Vegas, Dallas at that time had the best strip clubs other than Vegas. All right. So I was the marketing director for two of the largest clubs in the city. And it was again, so it was an easy progression because I already understood. I had been with Luke, so I had seen girls do. So it was when I came to these strip clubs, it was like clinical, right? Now I'm in my second marriage, but the thing was ironic is I didn't cheat or anything. We just keep it real. I didn't cheat in my second marriage. Everything was clinical. Like there was nothing new. Like these girls were tame compared to the girls I had saw at Luke. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh yeah, this is easy peasy. So I was really able to compartmentalize even more, and just really kind of go in and do my job. The offices we had were upstairs, so I didn't really have to mingle or co-mingle with the talent as much as you would think, right? Because I wasn't in there. But I go down there to eat, or sometimes I even have my lunch brought upstairs. So, so it's just a progression. But I think ultimately, I want people to understand this. Sometimes you can't see what you're in, and it takes you hitting a certain level or a certain bottom level or whatever before you can see it and see how bad it is. You just don't understand it. But no matter where you're at, you can get out. You can get out, and you can be saved, and you can do get away from that industry. It does take work, and it does take time, and you do have to close some doors. Some doors will have to be closed.